As you get older, life often slows down, and the things that used to seem so urgent can now feel less important. But here's the thing. When it comes to your finances, there's no time to slow down or ignore things that could quietly be draining your savings. Many older adults don't realize how simple mistakes can lead to big financial trouble, and I don't want that for you. I know you've worked hard your whole life, and the last thing you want is to see your money slipping away because of small things that could have been prevented. You might think everything's fine because you've got your Social Security, maybe a pension, and you've paid off the house. But I want you to think about something. Have you taken a good, hard look at your finances lately? Have you made sure there are no hidden costs creeping up on you? Maybe you're paying for something you no longer use or that's being charged to you automatically without you even realizing it. Or maybe there's something more serious, like someone else controlling your finances without your full awareness. That could be causing damage in the background. It's easy to overlook, but small leaks can sink a big ship, especially when we get older. You may be asking, why worry now? I've got this. But the truth is, the cost of living keeps rising, and as we age, those little things can add up. It's not about being paranoid or overreacting. It's about being wise and taking steps to make sure you're not caught off guard when it comes to your money. Life is unpredictable, and it doesn't hurt to be prepared. I've spoken to so many older adults who thought they were in good shape, only to find out later they were losing more than they realized. And I'm sure you've heard similar stories. The problem is that by the time you realize something's gone wrong, it can be too late to fix it. But here's the good news. You can make sure that doesn't happen to you. You don't have to fall into those traps that others have. A little awareness and action today can save you a lot of heartache tomorrow. I'm not talking about anything major or complex here. It could be something as simple as automatic subscriptions you forgot about or an old will that needs updating. Even something small can have a big impact if left unchecked. So, take a moment and ask yourself, is everything really in order? Is there something you've been meaning to check or change? Don't wait for things to catch you off guard. Take charge now so you can enjoy your retirement without financial stress hanging over your head. And I'd love to hear from you. Has anything unexpected ever happened to you? Financially? Something that caught you by surprise or made you realize you needed to pay more attention? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might help someone else avoid the same mistake. 1. The danger of giving full control over finances. As we get older, there can be a natural desire to pass on certain responsibilities to the people we trust most, our children, family members, or close friends. This includes handing over control of our finances. On the surface, it seems like the right thing to do. After all, we want our loved ones to help us manage bills, savings, and even investments, especially if we find it difficult to keep up with all the paperwork. But here's the thing. Giving full control over your finances without any safeguards can lead to unexpected consequences. While we trust those we care about, they may not always have the time, knowledge, or interest to manage our money the way we would. This can result in mistakes, misunderstandings, or even the mismanagement of funds. One of the biggest risks is losing control of your own financial decisions. This can feel disempowering, and it may even leave you vulnerable to being taken advantage of. Even well-meaning family members might unintentionally make choices that don't align with your best interests. So what can you do? The key is to set up clear boundaries and safeguards. One option is a limited power of attorney. This gives someone you trust the authority to handle specific financial matters for you, but it doesn't give them unlimited control. You can define exactly what they can and cannot do on your behalf. Another important step is to ensure you have clear legal documentation in place. This includes updating your will and making sure it reflects your current wishes. Remember, it's not about pushing your family away or not trusting them. It's about protecting your dignity and independence as you age. By setting up these safeguards, you're not only protecting yourself, but you're also giving your loved ones the clarity and structure they need to help you in a way that's safe and respectful. It may feel a bit awkward to talk about finances, but trust me, taking the time to have these conversations will pay off in the long run. After all, your financial well-being directly impacts your peace of mind, and that's worth protecting. 2. The silent drain of recurring expenses. As time goes on, many of us find ourselves paying for things that no longer serve us or that we don't even remember signing up for. Sometimes these payments can be small, like a subscription to a magazine you don't read anymore, or an old streaming service you forgot to cancel. But over time, these tiny amounts add up, and you might find yourself unknowingly draining your bank account. It's easy for these costs to slip through the cracks. We live busy lives, and sometimes we sign up for services with the best intentions, thinking we'll use them regularly, or that they'll be helpful in some way. However, as our needs change, many of these subscriptions or memberships are no longer necessary. The best way to tackle this is by taking a good, honest look at your bank statements and credit card bills. It might feel like a chore, but it's incredibly rewarding to spot and eliminate any charges that are no longer needed. This could include things like subscriptions to online services, whether it's for music, movies, or magazines that you don't use anymore. Automatic payments for memberships at gyms or clubs that you've stopped attending. Insurance policies that you no longer need or that might be outdated. Cutting out these unnecessary expenses can give you a sense of relief, and you'll likely notice more money in your account each month. Beyond just saving money, eliminating these recurring costs also frees up mental space. When you know you're no longer paying for something that you don't need or use, it can make you feel more in control of your finances. It's one of those small, but impactful, things that often gets overlooked but can make a big difference in your peace of mind. If you're unsure about how to go about reviewing your expenses, consider talking to a financial advisor. They can help you identify areas where you might be overspending and help guide you on how to cut back. Sometimes, just a few tweaks to your monthly spending habits can bring noticeable improvements in your overall financial situation. The process may take some time, but trust me, it's worth it. Reclaiming control over your recurring expenses is a powerful step in ensuring that you're only paying for what truly matters to you. If you've gone through your bank statements before and found subscriptions or charges that you forgot about, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Sometimes talking about these things can help others take that first step too. 3. The importance of diversifying income sources. As we age, the last thing we want is to be caught in a situation where we depend solely on one source of income, like Social Security or a pension, and it's simply not enough to cover our living expenses. Many people don't realize how quickly living costs can rise, even when they think they've planned for it. The reality is that a fixed income can be limiting, and we may need to consider other ways to earn money or make our savings work harder for us. Diversifying your income sources isn't just about having extra cash in your pocket. It's about creating a safety net that can help you maintain your independence and peace of mind as you age. Let's face it, we never know what's around the corner, whether it's an unexpected medical expense or an increase in everyday costs like utilities or groceries. Having more than one income stream can cushion the blow and help you stay afloat without having to rely entirely on others. One simple way to diversify your income is by finding ways to rent out unused space. Do you have an extra room or even a basement or garage that could be rented out? If so, it could provide a steady stream of extra income. Some people even rent out their entire homes for short periods of time through platforms like Airbnb. While this isn't always possible, it's something to consider if you have the space and the flexibility. Another option could be looking into low-risk financial products, such as dividend-paying stocks or bonds. These investments don't require you to actively work, but they can provide a steady income over time. Of course, investing always carries some degree of risk, so it's important to consult with a financial advisor before making any decisions. They can guide you in selecting the right investment options for your goals and risk tolerance. There are also opportunities to generate income from your hobbies or skills. If you enjoy gardening, knitting, or painting, for example, you could sell your creations or offer classes to others who are interested in learning. The internet has made it easier than ever to monetize hobbies and passions, and these side gigs can bring in extra money while also keeping you mentally active and engaged. While it may feel overwhelming at first to think about creating multiple income sources, it doesn't have to be a massive undertaking. Start small and think about areas where you could safely and responsibly make a change. Diversifying your income can take many forms, from renting out a room to making smart investments, to selling something you've created. What's important is that you begin taking action, even if it's just one small step. Have you ever thought about finding extra ways to make money as you get older? Or maybe you've already found a side hustle that's been a game changer. I'd love to hear your thoughts or any experiences you've had with this. 4. The hidden risks of outdated estate plans. When we think about the future, it's common to focus on immediate needs. Staying healthy, managing finances, and maintaining our quality of life. But what about what happens after we're gone? It's not something most people want to think about, but having an up-to-date estate plan in place is crucial. The problem is that many older adults forget to update their estate plans, and over time, this can lead to unintended consequences that could create unnecessary stress or even financial hardship for loved ones. An estate plan is meant to make sure that your wishes are followed when it comes to distributing your assets and taking care of your responsibilities. It includes things like a will, a trust, and healthcare directives. However, as life changes, whether it's through marriage, divorce, the birth of children or grandchildren, or even the acquisition of new assets, your estate plan needs to evolve with it. One of the biggest risks of having an outdated estate plan is that your wishes might not be carried out the way you intended. For instance, if you've had a falling out with a family member or someone you've named as a beneficiary, and you never updated your plan, that person could inherit something you didn't want them to. Or perhaps you've remarried, and your previous estate plan still reflects your first spouse as the primary beneficiary. These types of mismatches can lead to painful disputes, not to mention unnecessary legal battles that could drain both emotional and financial resources. Additionally, the laws surrounding estates and inheritances can change over time. A trust or will that was perfectly fine 5 or 10 years ago might not be in line with current laws, which could lead to unintended tax consequences or even the invalidation of certain provisions in your estate plan. For example, tax laws change, and what was once a favorable setup for your heirs may no longer provide them with the financial benefit you originally intended. Having an estate plan that's regularly updated ensures that your loved ones aren't left to deal with unnecessary legal obstacles after you're gone. It's also essential to keep in mind that life circumstances change. As we age, there may come a time when we need someone to make decisions on our behalf, whether that's about healthcare, finances, or general well-being. Having a healthcare proxy and a power of attorney designated in your estate plan can ensure that these decisions are made by someone you trust. If these documents are outdated or don't reflect your current desires, it could put both you and your family in a difficult position. Updating your estate plan doesn't have to be complicated, but it's something that requires a bit of time and thought. You should review your plan every few years, especially after any significant life changes. Consult with an estate attorney who can help you make sure everything is current, and take the time to discuss your wishes with your loved ones. This can prevent any surprises down the road and give you peace of mind knowing that your affairs are in order. Remember, an estate plan isn't just a set of legal documents. It's about ensuring that your legacy is carried out as you wish and protecting your family from unnecessary confusion and stress. The key is to stay proactive and make sure that your plans are up to date. As we age, it becomes increasingly important to make thoughtful decisions about how we manage our finances. The principles we've discussed, maintaining control over your finances, Being mindful of recurring expenses, diversifying income sources, and keeping your estate plan up to date are not just about securing money for the future, but also about maintaining your dignity, independence, and peace of mind. Each of these steps plays a significant role in protecting your financial well-being and ensuring that you don't face unnecessary stress in your later years. By taking control, reviewing your finances, and making small but strategic changes, you can give yourself the confidence that you've done what's necessary to maintain a comfortable and secure life. Remember, it's never too late to start reassessing your situation. Small changes today can have a big impact on your financial security and emotional peace of mind tomorrow. You have the power to make decisions that will benefit both your future and that of your loved ones. Don't wait until it's too late. Take charge now and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're making the right decisions for your future. If you found these tips helpful, I encourage you to take just one small action today. Whether it's reviewing your financial situation or talking to a trusted family member about your plans, each step you take is one step closer to a secure and fulfilling future. Your financial well-being is in your hands, and you have the ability to shape the future you deserve. What's one step you can take today to feel more secure about your finances? I'd love to hear how you're planning to take control or any steps you've already taken toward securing your future. Please share your thoughts, and remember, you're not alone on this journey.